Paul Jackson.
Melvin.
How are you?
I'm very well, how are you?
So it's remarkable that you teach at Shenkar College. How long has this been going on?
Since 2001.
2001.
Yeah.
And you actually teach the students?
Yeah, I teach them to fold paper, to work with paper, to make things out of paper, and then from there maybe to work with fabric or metal or whatever they want after that.
So it's like a metaphor for folding and changing shapes?
Yeah, it's to make a form from a sheet, to make something three-dimensional from something two-dimensional, which is actually what most design is about. You know, just like a sheet of fabric becomes a shirt, becomes something that's three-dimensional, or a chair is a piece of folded plastic, you know, the curtains are folded, and so on and so on. So it's a kind of phenomena of design and also nature that many things are folded from sheets. They're made from sheet material, not just paper. But
like fingernails, actually.
Like fingernails, yes, exactly. Like your skin. Your skin is a sheet and it folds.
Yes.
And your fingers fold in a line, and your eyelids fold. Many things, the air is folding as it comes into your ear to make the sound of my voice. So it's all around us all the time. So what I do is I teach the theory and the practice of this to use it in design.
Okay, so how do you get the students to be creative? If you give them a brief at the beginning of the class, you're actually limiting their creativity or not?
You need some limits to creativity, otherwise it's therapy, I think. Yes, the way that I teach...
I agree, I'm just being difficult.
Yeah. The way that I teach is I give them the sort of parameters. It's a bit like a game. You know, there are rules, but you kind of invent some rules yourself as a designer. So it's always a sort of compromise between what they want to do and what I think is good or right.
So what was the brief today? Because I took some pictures that will go in the book.
Yeah, the brief today, well, it's the second part of a project. I asked them to design 4 textures with white copy paper, photocopy paper, just surfaces. So some were pleated or were torn or were stippled with a point or whatever, just 12 textures I gave them, and they chose 4. So once they'd made those 4, which was last week we had a presentation, the next level is to add colour to the white, to make some coloured surfaces in paper or fabric or metal.
To do them a priori, not to colour the stuff they've already done.
Yeah. And then from there we can go on to develop perhaps products if they wish, or just beautiful samples that are surfaces or prints.
Is there any stage in the course where they actually get to invent their own brief?
Yes, all the time. I mean, I think that you give somebody a brief, but this brief is very, very open. I think that most of the briefs they get...
You just told me you need frameworks.
Yes, but it's the size of the field you play on. There's always an edge, you know, that's out of bounds. And I think with this project, it's a bigger, you know, out of bounds than most of the projects they get. They have more freedom in this particular project than in most of their projects, I think.
You've been in this paper folding business, shall I say, for decades and decades.
Yeah.
Did you ever want to do anything else?
Yes, I wanted to open the batting for Yorkshire. Cricket.
You're a cricketer?
Yes, I was, yes.
What did you do? You bowled? I know nothing about cricket. You pitched?
Pitch? No, that's baseball, sorry.
Okay.
Yes, I used to bowl and bat. I enjoyed cricket. I wanted to...
So you're a frustrated sportsman?
Cricketer, yeah. But paper folding's pretty good.
Okay, so when you go home, after a hard day's teaching, you sit and fold newspapers? What do you do?
Well, my wife does what I do. It's how we met. It's why I'm in Israel. She started the Israeli Origami Center, Miri Golan, 20-something years ago. And we work together.
So she's the one I just paid for your book?
Yes.
Okay.
So we work a lot together.
Actually, so you what's your name?
Miri.
Miri. So you pay for Miri, you take from Paul?
Something like that. Yeah.
I don't think that's very original, but
no, but
it's been used already, though.
So yeah, we often discuss things in the evening, and we do projects together. It's our life, it's our passion, it's our living. But you know, so we hope to make enough.
Okay,
money
but if
to
somebody
live,
comes to you and they say, "Okay, Paul, You've published 30 books. I checked. You are world famous, but all you do is fold things.
Yeah,
So I mean, like if somebody comes to you and say, well, okay, you know, you're a professor folding paper.
yeah.
So how do you answer that?
I say they're right. That's what I do. This is my job. But on the other hand, it's not just an art or a design. It's also a science. It's mathematics. It's therapy. It's part of the universe we live in. That this is it seems to be this small, silly little
We call it holistic.
folk. Yeah.
Is it holistic?
That's a bit new age for me, I think. But yeah, kind of. It connects all these very different subjects.
So the last question. You get it, and I get it. Do the students get it?
Yeah.
Everything is about connecting things.
Yeah, yes, I think they do, and I think also because they work directly with their hands. It's the Latin for finger is digit.
Mm-hmm.
So your 10 digital artists work for you to make something. You make it with your body. You do it yourself. And there's something very personal and very direct and meaningful about that you yourself make something. And the students connect with this very, very well. And also children and anybody at all likes to fold paper.
So I'm going to close the video now. And I'm going to ask you to teach a spaz like me to do something in 5 minutes, and then we'll have a look at it.
Okay.
Will you rise to the challenge?
Yes, yeah, of course.
Okay.